Hey, Viking fans, this is Keith Millard, and you are listening to the One Bar and Lupicus Show. Go Vikes!
All right, welcome back to the One Bar and Lupicus Show. I am One Bar once again. Lupicus, he's still around. He's just off the grid until about Thursday. That's why you've been getting a heavy dose of my mug lately, but he will be back with vengeance. In this episode, we're talking mailbag. We threw it out there last week, and you guys came through. There's like 16 questions, so we're going to dive balls deep right into that. Before we get into that, remember, subscribe to the channel, like the video. Almost at 3,500 subscribers. We're going to be doing a giveaway, so make sure to put hashtag swag down in the comments for a chance. Oh, man, imagine walking into the local watering hole with one of these on. Wow, man, either that, shirt, you guys get to pick, but hashtag swag, and we'll randomly pick somebody. We're going to wait till we get to 3,600 because I think we might actually get to 3,500 today, so that would not be fun. So hashtag swag in the comments. Let's do this. Mailbag time. SSM Creations, Julian Marker, Ethan Griffith, Anthony Ladens, LS Gregor, Angel Dust, Richard or Raymond Hoagland. Yeah, a lot of you guys came through. So let's go right into it. First up, which one of you guys came up with the idea for the channel? Well, we were actually a podcast for a couple of years before we came on to YouTube. NFL sent us a letter that wasn't very nice saying we needed to change our name for trademark issues, which we did. And at that point I said, screw it, let's go to YouTube. And we did it. So we've been on for about a year and a couple months, and it's been pretty damn fun. Ethan Griffith asks, if you could drag one Viking from the past to be on this current roster, who would you pick? I love this question. In the last handful of years when we've had this question, I've always said Randall McDaniel, just because our guards have sucked so damn bad. And McDaniel, one of the best to ever play. But I'm actually going to change it up. And just for reference, Griffith wanted Steve Hutchinson back, which is also a very good pick. I'm mixing it up. I think our offense, yes, a guard would help enormously. But I think our offense is still going to put up enough points to win some games. I'm going to the defensive side of the ball. I am bringing back the late, great Chris Dolman. I am chucking him out there opposite Daniil Hunter. Dolman, 89 style, 21 sacks. I think that would be insane to put him out there. It was actually close. I was thinking Jared Allen, Dolman. We've had so many good defensive ends, but I'm going with Chris Dolman, and I'm putting it on the defense to just magically have this. All these guys who brought out on defense just make this one of a top 5 defense once again. So yes, 56 is my pick. What do you think about the Jeff Gladney ever playing for the Vikings again, or any other team for that matter? When it comes to Gladney, I'm just letting it play out. We don't know the details. We don't know anything. I mean, it doesn't look great by any means, but letting it play out, we will see what happens. I'm confident the Vikings will do the right thing when all the details are out. Can you see the SSM writes in? Can you see the Vikings picking up any more free agents before the season starts? And what positions? I think they're pretty good. I think they're going to lay low. Obviously, if there's a glaring need in preseason training camp or an injury, they're going to go dip into it. We know they have some money even after all the signings they've made. Positions that stick out to me is definitely that defensive end opposite Daniil Hunter. If Weatherly comes in, just ain't getting it done. If the rookies that we took for the defensive end position just aren't ready, yeah, there's some veterans out there that they could look at. So I think that's a position. I think linebacker is always a position, and also guard. You never know. So I think they are definitely done, barring some injury or just overly grossness that they're seeing. Let's see. LS, my man, how would you rate the Wilfs as owners? How much better are they than Red McCombs? Well, Red McCombs came in, I think, like 97, 98, and he was here till about 2005. And those were the years where I was a late teen, early 20s, just a lot of fuzzy times in that area. But I do remember Red McCombs very well. What I didn't like about him is always a thought, is he going to move the Vikings to San Antonio? Is that his grand plan? He didn't want to spend a ton of money. We had some very good offensive weapons, but if I remember right, he didn't want to spend a ton of money on the defensive side of the ball and just didn't really ever seem all in. What I do love about Red McCombs is that he sold the Vikings to the Wilfs, and the Wilfs has been fantastic. Everybody knows that. Ellis Gregor even mentions that, saying the Wilfs are by far and away better. So yeah, new stadium. Wilfs just kind of have a no-nonsense type attitude, which is great. So yeah, Red McCombs. Haven't heard that name in quite some time. Let's see. Have you guys ever been recognized in public? Surprisingly, yes, we have. And I think it's more just because our features are so not great. We're easily recognizable. So yeah, we actually did. Julian Marker, are you guys going to any games this year? Yeah, I will definitely get to a game. I'm not sure which one yet. I usually like to go to a game that's just not great. Definitely not a rivalry game, anything like that. A game I can just kind of let loose and know hopefully the Vikings are going to win and drink about 15 to 28 Miller Lights during the game. So yeah, not sure which one yet though. Ethan Griffith writes in, what positions did you guys play back in Pee Wee back in the day? I only played till 7th and 8th grade because coming 8th grade, I was still about 2'7", getting murdered and not very good. So I actually played wide receiver, had hands of Troy Williamson had better hands than me. So if I had to compare myself to somebody on the roster right now, it'd be KJ Osborne because he is not very good and he does not play. Lupagus, he was like, I think he was like a guard / tight end. I think he was a blocking tight end. And he would probably be comparable to David Morgan, but no catches. So that's about it. But Lupagus did play a lot longer than me. He played throughout high school. All right. Would you, Anthony Ladens, would you trade Cousins for Jar Alexander straight up, the cornerback from Green Bay, and then go get Slaughter and let Mon and Slaughter battle it out in camp and preseason? Well, that quarterback battle sounds horrible. I mean, I love the thought of killing Mon in the future, but Kyle Slaughter, man, I've been over that guy for years. He's never even thrown a pass in the regular season. He's been cut by, I think last time he was cut by was by the Raiders a couple of months ago. I'm sorry, I don't have the Kyle Slaughter juices flowing inside of me, and I wouldn't even trade Cousins for Alexander straight up anyways. So yeah, I'm not making that trade whatsoever. Final one. If you could choose between Mike Tice or Leslie Frazier as your head coach, who would you choose? And that was from Ellis Gregor again. He loves pulling out those old school questions, which I love. And this one's easy. Frazier, even though the guy seemed like just a very soft-spoken, guys loved him, lovable guy, I am going with Mike Tice because this guy would have the best sound clips, not afraid to say anything, no matter how he comes off. And he was actually going to take Mike Nugent before the Jets sniped him. So I would go Mike Tice, knowing that it would probably be very short-lived and he'd probably be fired very, very soon. So those are our questions for the mailbag. Thanks for everybody who put it in there. Remember, subscribe, #swag. #swag. We're going to pick a winner, get a hat, get a shirt. And yes, we will be back very, very soon. And we'll probably be back again today.